Hi students, today we can study properties of determinants. Already you have studied how can expand one determinant. Then if we consider one 3 by 3 determinant, look 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is like one determinant. We can use in here second row because in second row 2 zeros is there, isn't it? That means if you do using by second row, very easily you will get answer, isn't it? But another question, delta 1, 2, 3. This is like one determinant. Which row you will use? No zeros in here, isn't it? Then if you are using first row also, very long process, isn't it? Then second row also, same like that. That time, for doing very easily, we can use some properties. Then, total 6 properties is there. We will study today that 6 properties. Now we can see property number 1. What is property number 1? The value of a determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns are interchanged. We can see one example, delta, then determinant A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. One determinant. Then we are going to expand this a determinant using by first row. How we can write A into this to leave it, then EI minus HF. Then minus using by B into second column on first row, just leave it. Then remaining DI minus GF. DI minus GF. Then C into, leave it, first row, third column, then remaining DH minus GE. DH minus GE. Then next, we are going to interchange rows and columns. Okay, delta 1 we can take. Delta 1. This first row, make it as first column. ABC. Second row, make it second column. Okay. Third row, make it third column. This like equal to. Can you expand? Using by, say, before we use first row, in here we will use first column. Okay. Then how can I write A into, just to leave it, EI minus FH, EI minus FH. Then this minus B into second row and first column, leave it. Then DI minus FG, DI minus FG plus C into third row and first column, leave it, DH minus EG. Check it now. This two answer. A into EI minus HF, A into EI minus FH, minus B. Everything same, isn't it? That means if you interchange column and rows, then determinant will not change. That unchanged. That is first property. The determinant remains unchanged if its rows and columns interchange. I interchange in here this rows I made, in here columns, isn't it? Then interchange rows and columns, but determinant will not change. That one we can write determinant of A equal to a determinant of A transpose, where A dash means A transpose of A. Transpose already was studied in matrix, isn't it? Then interchanging rows and columns, then we will get transpose of one matrix, isn't it? Same like that in here also. Second property is if any two rows or columns of a determinant are interchanged, then sign of a determinant change. You can see one example. Delta determinant A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Then I am going to interchange R1 and R2. First row and second row I am going to interchange. That time delta 1. Then R1 become DEF. I interchange R1 and R2, first row and second row. In here second row is DEF, I made first row. Then first row we can write second row ABC. Then GHI. I interchange first and second row. That time what will happen? According to our property, sign will interchange. We can write before in here plus, isn't it? That time after interchanging two rows, that time this will be minus. Just reverse, plus means that will be minus. C1 and C2 we are going to interchange. Delta 2. We will consider this first determinant C1, C2. That means A, B, E, H. The second column I made first column. Then this first column we made in second column. Then last one is in here two columns are interchanged. That time also sign will change. Here plus means that will be minus. Keep in mind that is second property. Property number 3. If any two rows or columns of a determinant are identical, all corresponding elements are same, then the value of determinant is 0. This is like one determinant. Second in here, first row and second row identical. That means all the corresponding elements are equal. A, B, B, C, C, isn't it? Then if you do this determinant, you will get answer 0. Look another one. Delta 1. A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C. Look in here. In here also, this first column and third column equal, A, B, C, isn't it? That time also you will get answer 0. Because two columns are identical. Then another one also is there. Delta, then 2A, 2B, 2C, then A, B, C, then D, E, F. What about in here, first row and second row? From here we can take 2 outside. 2 take outside. Then remaining A, B, C, then A, B, C, D, E, F. What happened? That time also 2 rows are equal, isn't it? In this case also we will get answer is 0. Now we can see property number 4. If each element of a row or column of a determinant is multiplied by a constant k, then its value gets multiplied by k. We can see one example. Delta A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. This is like one determinant. Then if you multiple all first row by k, K A, K B, K C, okay, that time the value of determinant, in here also you have to multiple by k. We multiple only one row with one constant. K means one number, okay, one scalar number. Then if you multiple one row, that same time you have to multiple using by k in that determinant. Then again if you multiple k in here, in second row, that time again you have to multiple in here, okay. Then third row again you have to multiple k. Clear? Here we multiple with k only one row. That time you have to multiple with this value of determinant with k. Then column also same. Delta 1 equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I multiple with k first column. That time also you have to multiple with k or determinant value. Then one thing you have to keep in mind, in the case of matrix, if you multiple with k, you can write this AK, KA, KB, KC, KD, KE, KF, KG, KH, KI. Is by k, you have to multiple each and every element in the case of matrix. But in the case of determinant, we can write KA, KB, KC, then D, E, F, G, H, I. Will multiple with K only one row, otherwise only one column. Any row we can multiple. No need to always use first row. Second row also we can write this, just leave it K. In here also K. We can multiple. Okay, any one row. Then otherwise any one column. Then property number 5, if some or all elements of a row or column of a determinant are expressed as sum of two or more terms, then the determinant can be expressed as sum of two or more determinants. What is this? We can see one determinant, A plus lambda 1, B plus lambda 2, C plus lambda 2, D, E, F, G, H, I. This is like one determinant they are given. We can split this determinant like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I plus lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, D, E, F, G, H, I. In first row, A plus lambda 1, B plus lambda 2, C plus lambda 3 is there. We are going to split. First we have done A, B, C, second row and third row as it is. Then this lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3, then second and third row same. This is last property, property number 6. If to each element of any row or column of a determinant, the equimultiples of corresponding elements of other rows or column are added, the value of determinant remains the same. We can see one determinant, delta equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. This one we can change like R1. I am going to change R1 plus KR2. Then delta 1 we will get R1 plus KR2. R1 in here A plus K, R2 is D. D. Then again in here also R1 is B plus K, R2 is E. The next C plus K, R2 is A. Then if we use this property R1 plus K, R2, then the value of determinant will not change. What you are getting in here one answer, same answer you will get in here also.